Mr. President, good afternoon. I am the National PRO of UZOAGBA. Today is the Expo Retreat lecture workshop. We have in our midst Mr. CSP Bonnie Alinta. We also have Mrs. Bonnie Alinta here, who will take us on the second lecture. So, first of all, let me start on the resume of CSP Bonnie Alinta. Spy CSP Alinta Indicate Boniface, MDCO Fortress Security Services Limited, an alumnus of Enugu State University of Science and Technology, is an enthusiastic, goal-driven, and result-oriented leader and business administrator. He has a sound knowledge of principles and trends of people leadership and resource management, an excellent passion and ability to improve procedures and processes through strategic design and implementation. He has over 20 years professional experience across various fields and capacities, which includes general administrative roles, business management, service coordination, sales, product, marketing, business, process improvement. He has over a decade experience as a managing director, CEO of very successful and thriving businesses. He's also able to handle major tasks outside the scope of his professional experience with remarkable and outstanding results in all. He is very charismatic, emotionally mature, confident, objective, and has a sound judgmental ability. As a team player with excellent interpersonal skills and problem-solving disposition, Alinta has successfully served as chairman, Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, Ajah Divisional Head. He has also served in different capacities in the PCRC State Command over the years. His strong planning skills combined with coordination ability to meet set goals led him to winning the prestigious award and recognition as the best PCRC chairman in Area J Command 2016, amongst other numerous awards and recognitions in the state. He has attended professional trainings, seminars, and conferences on security matters within and outside the shores of the country. The few amongst these are certifications by international security organizations, that is ISO, AI, ALG, as follows: community policing and local intelligence, due diligence vetting, background checks, assets protection, the role of threat analysis, customer service, conflict management, risk, threats, and vulnerability, communication skills, evolution, contemporary intelligence, and counter-intelligence. Alinta has also successfully nurtured and grown lucrative and thriving businesses. Currently sits on the board of 3 companies and has served as a group managing director, chief executive of billions group of companies for over a decade. He has attended professional trainings, seminars, conferences on security matters within and outside the shores of the country. A few amongst these is written. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Alinta has successfully nurtured and grown lucrative and thriving businesses. Currently sits on board of 3 companies and has served as a group managing director, representative of billions of companies. He has proved himself as an effective administrator, inspiring motivator, and intelligent leader. He gets a job done on recipe. and efficiently. He communicates well and has creative ideas which he is able to see through to completion. He certainly has set a fine example of reliability, dependability, and commitment. Dr. Boniface Igbobuike, who has performed with true dedication and interest within the administrative function, is without a question a most serving recipient of the award of the prestigious Distinguished and Valuable Students Award, respectively during his training as a supernumerary police officer in the Police Command, the Police Training College in Ikeja, Course 4 2019. He currently doubles as the Chief Security Officer of Fortress Securities Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the resume of CSK Bonnie Ayenta.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm most delighted to be here. Walking into this hall this afternoon, of course, I saw very familiar faces, and it gladdens my heart. When I was in Owerri, and Chifo told me about this presentation, I said the first thing that came out of my mouth was, Chifo, but you know I'm not around. And he said, I know, but are you not coming back again? I said, I'll be coming back on the second. How do you intend for me to make a presentation on the same second? Where do I prepare? You know? And Chifo said, I don't care, just come and do it whenever you come. So I had to give him excuse again that I won't be able to do it. Instead, my wife, who is a certified trainer, should go and handle the leadership aspect of the training, while we fix another day for this community policing initiative. And Chifo insisted that I must be here, and that's why I'm here. I had to quickly come back yesterday, came back very late, because I traveled through the road. And this morning I had to do other things. But the one aspect of what we're about to do now gladdens my heart, and I'm so grateful that I didn't turn it down. It's having to meet men like you. So walking into this hall this afternoon, I'm more than, excited. I'm happy that, again, men are sitting somewhere away from the community and tinkering how to better the community very comfortable. I think we deserve a round of applause. Again, I was also encouraged and motivated to come here to speak about community policing, because in the last 12 days, I was in Owerri. I have traveled to Owerri in the last 10 years more than I have traveled to my home state, Enugu State, because Owerri seems to be my second home. Being a member of Island Busters, having served as the PRO for 4 years, and also the current vice president of Island Busters, you know that our club is made up of almost 90% of Imo indigenes. So every now and then we find ourselves in Owerri. The situation has gotten so worse that we can't even travel in higher buses. We had to go with tanks, military tanks. And all the time I would say, but these are the roads I pass alone. Most of the times, very late at night, going back to Enugu State. Maybe I had to, from Owerri, to go back to my town. I go alone, irrespective of the time. I have never been harassed, I have never been stopped. How is it that you cannot even move as a group? As a group, a convoy, we are all stricken with fear. So, what we are going to do today is to, in a little way, find a way to see how we can assist the community. I'm so proud of UZOAGBA Stars. You know, I know about UZOAGBA Stars from Chifo, then to Ken Okpara, who was once your president. No, vice president. You know, so it's not, the name is not new to me. And we have been hearing what these giant strides you guys are, pulling up from wherever you stay, you're remembering the home, you're remembering this community, and you're giving back to the society. And that is what community policing is about. So this afternoon, I don't know if I have up to 30 to 40 minutes to do this, but we will introduce community policing so that you take it as a model to see how you can go to the community and establish it. I'll be offering myself to go all the whole up with you as someone who has been an integral part of community policing for over 12 years in Lagos. So if it means going to establish it, it is very helpful and the police needs it. A lot of people don't want to get involved with policing. A lot of people don't want to be associated with police, Nigerian police. But that is what brought us to where we are, where the police and the people are loggerheads. So what PCRC did is to be a bridge between the police and the community. In a nutshell, you will see how it evolved to where we are today. So without wasting time, the question is, what is PCRC? PCRC is Police Community Relations Committee. PCRC is a community policing-based organization established by the leadership of Nigerian Police Force in 1980 to foster a partnership between the police and the community with a view to enhancing efficient and effective policing of communities in Nigeria. So when it became obvious that the people and the police are two different entities, they are supposed to be working for each other. The police are supposed to be working for the people and the people for the police. But there is a gap. So the then former Inspector General of Police, Etimenian, whose vision of community-based policing, where every community is part of the security business of the society, created PCRC in May 1984. The former IGP saw the need to bring the police and the people together, and that's where he has his brainchild called PCRC. The Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, is currently led by the National Chairman, Alhaji Mogaji Ibrahim as the National Chairman of PCRC. The Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, differs from Neighborhood Watch of vigilante groups. While the PCRC is a former security organ instituted by the police as a part of the police for the purposes of intelligence gathering, neighborhood watches of vigilante groups are community organized security outfits. Yes, I'm sure if you go to UZOAGBA today, we'll have vigilantes. Because even the police in this, our local, in our community, they have all resigned, so to speak. While going to Anambra through Olo on the 25th, we saw some checkpoints where policemen mounted roadblocks while we were going. But around 4:30, while coming back, we didn't see anyone. And I asked, what happened? They said, they have closed. I said, why? I said, no, they don't stay up to 5 o'clock. Nobody stays up to 5 o'clock. And I said, so what happens to the people? Because police checkpoints, of course, give motorists a sense of security, irrespective of what they do on the road. We know that when you are driving on the road and you don't see any police checkpoint, you become wary and you are worried. So it gives us a sense of security when we see policemen on the road, irrespective of what they do. That's a discussion for another day. But hence, you are coming back and you don't see any. It gives you worry. You became afraid. And we are wondering, so how do people now, so the bad boys can just come out and have a field day, knowing that the police have closed in the east. So, additionally, the PCRC is a voluntary and selfless organization of the police and the non-police personnel, which is funded by the police members through donations, gifts, and personal grants. It exists at all levels of police formations. Police posts, like in Ozo, I know you have a police post in Ozo, so we will establish a police PCRC there, and I'll tell you why. Divisional police stations, like Ajah is a divisional police station. Area commands will have area command police. Yeah. And zonal commands Onikor, and First Headquarters. There are linkages among the various levels of PCRC. One is not independent, they are all linked to the source, which is the national. For instance, the PCRC at the divisional level sends representatives alongside the chapter chairman and secretaries to the PCRC meetings at other levels of the police formation, the area command, state command, and zonal command. Next. The aim was to forge harmonious working relationship and understanding between the police and the community. The PCRC has a national body formed in 2006 to provide uniform rules and regulations, aims and objectives, and a framework that will legally and effectively provide policy directions and guidance to its members. Next. In line with this partnership context, the secretaries of PCRC at all levels are 7 police officers. In addition, the divisional police officer, the DPO, supervises PCRC at the divisional level, the area commander at the area command level, the police public relations officer, PPRO, represents the commissioner of police at the state command levels. The assistant inspector general of police at the zonal level, the first public relations officer represents the inspector general at the first headquarters level. So the idea of having the police, serving police officers as members and also secretaries is to make sure that it's different from vigilante group or any other form of security that we are forming in the society. So they are called unsworn police officers. PCRC members are called unsworn police officers. So the idea is to bring people from the society, both men and women, to do what the English people do. When you see something, you say something, and give the police the needed information to police the society. The PCRC at all levels meets at least once every month, and the police at its various formations have provided meeting venues for PCRC meetings and activities through the monthly town hall security meetings with the police at all levels. Areas of possible threat identified and marked out as black spots. These spots are kept under surveillance and checked by the police. By so doing, criminally minded elements are kept under watch, thereby preventing crime. So, when the police and the members of the community who are members of PCRC synergize, the people will identify the black spots, the bad places, and even the bad people in the society, and give police the needed information to ensure that they are neutralized. So the idea is that if you go to UZOAGBA now, you will find out that there are outside people who are in the police stations. They are not from the community. You see people from Cross River. The majority of them from Cross River, like we saw in the Warren, are posted there from rivers. Why they post the southern people to the north? That's how police posting generally is. So how do you now identify the bad places as a stranger? And the bad boys. So the PCRC is there to ensure that they give this needed information, as the ones who owns the land. So in some instances, some arrests are made and made to take this course. So arrests are made and justice are made to take this course. Okay, I think that is something there. Okay, in furtherance of its role as the intelligence gathering mechanism of the NPF in crime protection and control, the PCRC has been assigned some functions which require our considerations. To begin with, the PCRC was established to partner with the NPF to create cordial working relationship that will be in the interest of the police and the general public in crime prevention. Next. It was to assist the NPF in combating crimes through intelligence gathering on criminal activities within the neighborhood that the PCRC was established. Thirdly, the PCRC is meant to offer logistic assistance and problem-solving discussions to the NPF, besides periodically organizing seminars, conferences, workshops, etc. that will empower its members on crime prevention, strategies, and intelligence gathering. There are other functions. Other functions are as follows: to support and subscribe to any club institutions, club association, etc., which may be immensely beneficial to the PCRC or individual members, provided that such institutions has no political, religious, and ethnic motives. So this is where we should talk about. PCRC is a non-governmental, non-tribal, non-religious, and non-political organization. So it is designed so because police is not any of this. Police is not any of this. Police is not tribal. That's why you see anybody can serve anywhere. And they are not non-religious. They don't have any religion. Their religion is MPF and all that. So PCRC is also designed not to be affiliated with any political party. So another function of PCRC is to scout for and encourage qualified members of the community to seek for a career in the Nigerian police force. This is what PCRC in UZOAGBA will be doing, to partner with the police, identify people in the community who can join the police. So during the recruitment of the just concluded officers, PCRC played a very vital role in picking people from the community who will join that vigilante they just commissioned now. So to provide a forum through which members of the community and the police can discuss how to arrange and supervise common volunteer corps and vigilante groups. So it is also the duty and the function of the police PCRC to organize that. This public friction and to appraise the situation and suggest means to remedy same. To actively participate in all Nigerian police force programs that have direct bearing to community policing, and shall render all assistance in the overall interest of safety and security to lives and property. To constantly liaise with the stakeholders, that is Federal Ministry of Police Affairs, Police Service Commissions, and the Nigerian Police Force, for general policy direction, guidance, and assistance in order to provide quality service for a safe neighborhood community. Next. So we have 4 types of PCRC persons. There are 4 kinds of PCRC persons. We have members, we have numbers, we have stakeholders, and we have resource persons. First, the members. The PCRC member is your regular guy. He participates in activities, carries out assignments given to him to the letter. He does not fail in his financial obligation. He is punctual to meeting and joins in deliberation on the floor of the house. If for any reason he would be absent from meetings, he sent his apologies ahead of time. Then we have the numbers. The PCRC member numbers is only there to swell the ranks of the association. He is motivated by pecuniary gains. From year to year, he does not make financial commitment. He will be the first to attend events that others have contributed for. He backbites, gossips, highly envious, and creates attention. They are your perfect definition of fair weather friends. So these are categories of the people that join PCRC. Because hence we say, come and join PCRC now, everybody will come. Why? They want police protection. Now we have the stakeholders. The PCRC stakeholder thinks about the welfare of the association. He is worried when things are not going right. He is willing to initiate positive changes. He knows when to fix a problem and does not wait to be asked to do so. He doesn't wait for calls for financial contributions to do the needful for the police. Stakeholders make the difference between information that crawl and those that fly. Now we have the PCRC resource persons. The PCRC resource person is the vision carrier in the house. He is concerned about the PCRC vision and how to advance it through personal strategies and mission statement. He is like an unrepentant football club fan. He brings in his character, identity, influence, and talents into PCRC assignments. The community becomes police friendly because of his membership in the PCRC. He is highly innovative, full of ideas, and his capacity to initiate new programs are also limitless. The only word he knows is it can be achieved. So pick your class. So I took time to categorize these people so that in the course of establishing a police community relations committee in our community, we identify these people. They are always there. There is no way we don't have them. So they also have code of conduct. PCRC is a voluntary organization. Members are at liberty to quit as voluntarily as they join. But as long as you remain a member, you have to abide by these rules, incidentally not as convenient but as commanded. Below are 10 of the commandments I'm sure it's one of them. Some of the commonest code of conduct binding PCRC members. Avoid lateness, absenteeism, meetings, and all that. Some passive activities. Members shall not engage in passive activities, their trust exposure, embezzlement. Of course, in every society, those are UZOAGBA all-stars. All these are codes that anybody who violates must be punished. So it does the same thing. Self-respect. Next one. Falsehood, immorality, liability. Next, dress code. We have, in PCRC, we have dress code for members, especially when they attend their functions. They are not allowed to wear police uniforms except the one that bears PCRC and all that. So these are the dress code. Then fraud is prohibited, highly prohibited in PCRC. Benefits of PCRC membership is one contention discourse among members and intending members. Sometimes it is tilted towards pecuniary interest. You will hear old members say, I have not seen any benefits since I joined the PCRC, but I put in my time, resources, leisure, and sometimes get insulted by the police. Yes, most times these are the challenges we have as leaders. Members complain so much because they expect that as they answer the name PCRC or members of PCRC, police should bow to them, or whenever they break the rules, they should be, pardoned. But most times it doesn't go that way. So they get frustrated. What we call benefit depends largely on individual expectations and perspectives. What one person considers benefit may not be to the other. In this segment, I want to discuss benefits I have derived and enjoy from being a PCRC member personally. Go to the next slide. Benefits of security reports. A major component of PCRC meeting is security reports. Members take turn to report security situation in their areas. The representative of the police will listen attentively and then respond. The police do not only respond, they tell you what to do when faced with security threats. Sometimes they give you background information to the incidents leading to the crime. Next. Access to security lines. Being a member of security gives you access to high-profile police officers and their personal lines, as well as other security lines, which many Nigerians do not have. Benefits to solving people's problems. Each time you use the PCRC platform to solve the problems of community folks, you experience some inner joy at seeing the relief you have brought to them. For me, nothing could be more exciting. I'm sure Chifo will give you a rundown of what I have achieved for being a member of PCRC and also a chairman of PCRC and that division in the last 10 years, 8 years to 10 years. Even as at 2 days ago by 2:30 p.m., I still got a call from a member of my club, Island of Stars, that his brother was going back and the police stopped him. What was the problem? He was driving a private number, without any paper to show that the car belongs to him. So they seized the vehicle and asked him to go home. But he could not go home. From where? How can he go home? He woke me up 2:30 a.m. and he took just a phone call to the DPO to say, I know that man. He's my friend's brother. Allow them to go. The next day they will come and see him. And that was all. The guy thought it was magic. It wasn't magic. So he came out and said, the man said, it's only Bonnie later that will call me by this time and I'll answer you. And he took this guy. So these are leverages PCRC will give you, and it doesn't have barriers. Anybody can be a member. Access. Okay, benefit of relationship. The PCRC is one family anywhere in Nigeria. You can grow good relationships anywhere you find yourself. Hence, you mentioned as a member of PCRC, there are always open arms that will receive you. Benefit of empowerment. If you consider knowledge as power, then you will agree that training is a critical element that sustains the PCRC, and you are a beneficiary of the empowerment that the training offer. A typical example is what we have been sharing on all the PCRC platforms that we belong to. Non-PCRC members do not have access to them, same as the majority of PCRC members who are not on this platform. Empowerment is the third element of the community policing. Thus, it is critical to the broader factors that differentiate community policing from traditional policing. Next. No. Okay. There are 3 categories of police associates. Friends. When I entered here, this man, I've known this man for a very long time, and there is no time we have any stakeholders meeting that doesn't attend, especially when the police is involved. So we categorize him as a police friend. So the big police needs, and essentially he is one of those that support police when it comes to financial needs. So they meet police needs, they believe in the police cause and are sympathetic to their poor conditions of service and debt of good facilities. So they use their money to help the police. So we have such categories. We have police informants. These ones trade information to the police for money gains. Yes, it still happens up to today. It still happens. So we now have police partners, and this is where what we want to introduce and initiate in our communities. Instead of these 2, let's have this. Okay, these ones share responsibility with the police. A partnership is a business venture between 2 or more persons who have mutual interest and expect mutual benefits. The PCRC are police partners. The interest here is to achieve a safe society, community. The benefit is the peace and the security derived from working together. Benefit of standing in the gap for the police. As a PCRC member, you have positive influence in your environment. Both the police and community will rely on you. The community is everywhere, but the police are not. You can take actions on behalf of the police and community, especially if they trust your judgment, and you do that almost every day. Benefit of impacting your community vigilante. The reason most vigilante members misbehave is because they lack knowledge. Most times, some of their members indulge in crime. One of the functions of the PCRC is to help the police organize and supervise vigilantes. If you keep tabs on your community vigilante, you can help them operate within the ambit of the law, and this is what we need. Because everywhere in the community you have vigilantes. In fact, they are more reliable now, even more than the police, because the police is nowhere to be found. We went to Anambra on 2 occasions. We didn't see one police on the road. There was no police chief post in Anambra State. We still have them in Imo State, and they closed by 4. In Anambra, there is no police anymore. So we have local vigilantes carrying pump action. So wherever you have functions, you will see them, except the ones that come with dignitaries. You won't see any police. So benefit of solving problems for the police. Literally everything we have been discussing revolve around problem solving, which is the 4th element of community policing. The police have problems that confront them on a daily basis as they go about their duties. Take for instance, an IPO recording statement from a tuberculosis patient. Consider also policemen newly posted to a station and they have to be sleeping in their office or patrol vehicle for months. Consider also that the police have to operate from a dilapidated facility. There is a certain level of satisfaction that comes from addressing those needs, and that's what PCRC does. Next. Benefit of making financial contribution. You have a sense of ownership when you contribute to a police project, like transit camps, sinking of gold, or buying patrol vehicles for the police, which many divisions do. As he said, give us never know. Every act of giving for a worthy project is a strategic investment that guarantees returns in many ways that the giver may not know. So, at this point, the presentation on slide is over. I just ended here, and I will just make this short comment before I round up. What I was starting about to do is essentially what I have been talking about in the last 30 minutes or thereabout. Setting a standard, partnering with the police for the benefit of the community where we come from. Because there is no way we can have a safe society without the police. So it's better we partner with them and bring them closer so that they will trust us. And we will trust them. They will begin to protect our people. You know, we are all here. Hence we cross from outside to Lagos. We feel this sense of security or safe But down there, it's not that much. So what you're doing, I'm sure God will see you through to ensure that you excel, and for leadership, for having this idea, to even think about it, is something that should be celebrated. To even remember that instead of just going to donate money or do road, you have to invest in security, because security of a place is actually the wealth of the place. If there is no security in the east, there is no wealth in the east. We pass several shops locked. A once upon a time bubbling streets rose on the road when you're going to anywhere. The shops are all locked, and you'll be wondering, so where are the owners of the shop? You see, so I thank you so much for this opportunity, and look forward to having a robust relationship in ensuring that we establish PCRC in UZOAGBA. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, CSA. So I think we will avail them the opportunity of taking questions from them.
Yes.
Assuming they have any.
Yes.
So the floor is open for questions to CSP Alenta.
Okay, I'm from Enugu State.
Alenta?
Yes.
What does Alenta mean?
Alenta, you know, in our place we call Ali. So, other people call Alenta.
Oh, people still say Alanta.
Yes, some people call
Alenta.
Beautiful. I'm from Nenwe.
Beautiful. I observed something when you're talking about PCRC. You talked about the police working for the people.
Yes.
And then you also referred the people working for the police.
Yes.
So can you elaborate a little bit more? What does that mean?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. You see, security is everybody's business.
Yes.
It is not police business. As a matter of fact, security of a place, so on a scale of 1 to 100, 80% rely on the people, not the police.
Yes.
We have less than, let me use this locality, we have less than 2,000 police officers in Aja. When I say Aja, in Area J is from Maroko to Ekpe. The workforce here is less than 2,000. And you know that only Aja has over 20 million individuals or residents with all the vast property. So you see, policing, when I say the people are working for the police and police will work for the people, the Nigerian government has not made adequate provision for the Nigerian police over the years. So you see the police struggling to do so much for themselves. Almost all they do, they want to do it by themselves. And who are the direct, who receive the direct bearing of such conduct is the people. So that's why when you go to the station, you are asked to bring money for document papers. To take your statement, the policeman will ask you to bring money, or to follow you to go and arrest someone, they will ask you to bring money. So they are running like a business, and it's not supposed to be so. So what the PCRC is doing, most of those lack in the police stations, they take care of it, and also demand accountability from the police. So if we are provided the materials, the statement materials, and all that is needed to function well in the police station, and an IPO asks you for money and we are aware of it, we'll just try to remove the IPO from our station because there is no need to do that. So over the years, the police have been so neglected that they rely on handouts. And when the PCRC don't do their job, the people, the individuals will hijack, take advantage of that lapses and provide those things for the police and also buy them over to themselves. So the bad people can also exploit that, you know, and use it for their advantage. So the police works for the people and the people works for the police. And PCRC is taking a lead in that.
Yeah, I quite understand police working for the people.
Okay.
But the people working for the police is the one that I'm not clear yet.
Okay, let me clear that. People working for the police in quotes is not the same, cannot be equated as what the police is giving to the people. The police duty is to protect, to serve and protect the people. The people have a role to play in serving and protecting them. They give information, that's work. When people give information to the police, they have work for the police.
So would you rather say the police working for the people and the people working with the police?
Yes. Okay.
That is where you got me confused.
Okay.
So you got me confused when you said that the people working for the police and the police, the people working with the police is two different things. For instance, in about 37 years today, 370 police officers were jailed in Australia. 370 police officers went to prison. All of them were incarcerated.
Okay.
Only one man put them there. Now, in Australia where I live, any crime committed within 10 minutes, the police have information of the crime. Now, we don't have police everywhere. We don't have camera everywhere.
Yes. We have people everywhere.
But we have people everywhere.
Yes. That's it.
Now, somebody will be in their backyard and see something unusual. 1 minute they call police, please can you go and check there? I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm not sure what is happening, but just go and have a look. 2 weeks ago I was driving into my house and then I was driving and then I saw police. So when I saw the police driving in, I gave them away and I gave them the right to move in. And then they stopped the 2 houses before my house. And then what happened was the police went straight to the house next to mine. And I saw a woman came out. And that one that came out pointed the next house to them. So what that means to me was that it was that woman living next to me that called the police for what she suspected that was domestic violence happening the other house. But because that call was traced, traced directly to that house. So the police first went to that woman's house and that woman was already at her door.
Okay.
And then because I have to slow down to see what is happening in my street. And then that woman came out and pointed
At the house.
At the next house, and then the police went there. So that was why I was a little bit confused when you said the people working for the police. I know that the reason why there is an adequate security in most Western countries, especially in Australia where I live, is because everybody gives information to police.
They are working with the police.
And then I also think that our people need to be trained. Our people need the awareness to understand that everybody have the duty, obligation, of the responsibility to keep our society, our community, everyone, your neighbor safe by providing information. So I do know that unfortunately we live in a society whereby some people don't trust the system. And people can also be very careful of, if I provide information and then there'll be a repercussion. Sometimes when you give information to a police, And then when the people goes in there and blah, 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 they give money, they bail them, they will say, this is the person that gave us information, and this is how we do it. So those people who have provided information become a target. So it is not only establishing this kind of relationship that sounds so fantastic, because what you presented to us today is amazing. You know, if I'm not somebody who is actually rooted in this country, even though I have not lived here for 29 years, but if I'm not somebody that always comes home and all the time understand what happens in this country, I will go, wow, this is really, really the best. We are saying that we are very good in paper. We are very good in presentations, but sometimes the system, I understand, that have failed the people, have disappointed the people, because yes, we have a system that could work, but the system doesn't work.
Questionable characters in society, I see a lot of them. What is the process of bringing them into the members of PCRC? Because you can't just see anybody who has money or who is influential, you give him that kind of privilege. Because that privilege is also that they get information from wherever they go to attend meetings as members of PCRC. Yes. So I don't know how the membership is drawn. Secondly, at our own level, we come from we are like, our own is a village. You are in Lagos. Okay. You are operating within the municipality. Okay. We are from a very little community. How do you reconcile vigilante? I saw you give a little talk on vigilante and the relationship between vigilante and PCRC. How do we manage that kind of relationship in a local environment where you have people who are not, if I may say, that are not more like enlightened like people you have in the municipal in the town? Okay, thank you so much, Secretary. PCRC membership is open for all Nigerians. Every citizen of Nigeria is eligible to be admitted as a PCRC member. So there is no discrimination, men or women. However, in every organization, there are processes. There are processes of admittance. So you cannot, just let me take UZOAGBA stars, for example. You cannot willingly admit someone whom you know has questionable characteristics. But in the course of being a member, you can also discover that the people you admitted have some stains. So you find a way to list them off. So you see people flying PCRC emblems. Most of them are not members. Just as you see people flying army emblems, naval emblems, police emblems, stop any of them, they are not police. They are not soldiers. So people do a lot of things here in Nigeria and get away with it because of the society.
Is a financial secretary of UZOAGBA stars. My own question is still on the area of the trust factor, the trust deficit. It's so obvious that people do not trust the police. And that's why most of them keep back information. Because they know that once such information is given, most often come back to front them. So what actually is the PCRC going to bridge this gap of trust deficits between the people and the police? That's one. Two, is there any system established for PCRC to assist communities set up vigilante groups and train them and guide them on what to do so that they don't run foul of the law? Because if there are such systems, I think it will help in establishing legitimate vigilante outfits, which will help and then rebuild that trust. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Firstly, the trust deficit in the system. Okay,
I think I want to ask my own question.
Okay,
If it falls in line with what I'm asking, so I can actually enumerate the answer at the same time. What I'm trying to ask is, my name is Okichu Choka, President of UZOAGBA. To partner with the police through the PCRC in a bid to build up a security or vigilante in UZOAGBA,
Yes.
that will be smart, that is specific, measurable, reliance, and time bound.
Okay.
What is the due process? Must the partnership come from the PCRC or can actually go to the command in a way to establish that? I want to know the processes and the time bound, the duration of time this can be done officially and legally to be active.
Okay, the processes of setting up vigilante,
Yeah.
you don't need to go through the PCRC. The PCRC is already an organization that is partnering with police in the society. You can partner, you can only partner with the PCRC, you get PCRC involved. As a matter of fact, if you get PCRC members as a member of that vigilante group, it's better. Because they have direct information, direct link with the police. So you don't need the PCRC to establish the vigilante group. The police have the sole responsibility by your request to give you the go-ahead to establish a vigilante. However, in the situation where you require firearms, you must go through the police to get firearms and also get license. There are firearms you cannot get license for, and there are some you can get license. So those unlicensed firearms, we will ensure that the guards will not use them, because some of them, when you commission them, they will go and start looking for all what you did not give them. So that's a very something you have to pay serious attention to, because it puts a lot of people when they commit. So the PCRC members don't bear arms. They only trade on information. The vigilante groups, some will bear arms, and those ones that bear arms ensure you get license for them. Now the deficit on trust. You see, it's a Nigerian thing. It's unfortunate that we have to continue to go back and forth on how to make Nigeria a better place. Ordinarily, like my brother that came from Australia, you don't need to call the police and even remember that the police will remember you are the one that called. Because we have that information going anywhere. So, but here, we filter information so much before we let it out. And like I said, you must know where the information is going to. You don't just pick a phone and call the policeman that you know anywhere and say, this man living by my side or by my house is a thief. In Nigeria, when you do that, you are only endangering yourself. I'm sorry, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't do that, no matter how much you try to cut it. Okay? So the information must go direct to the set man, either the DCO or the DTO or any other senior officers. We don't give rank and files information because they trade them for money. So the information must go to the people who will do justice to that information and protect your identity.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, CS,
Yes, sir.
my question is slightly related to what my president said. You know, he's also an AC. So he knows, I think he has a security background too. So my question, I want to tell you something and I'll ask you a question. You know, in this club, the deputy commissioner of police currently serving in Imo State is
UZOAGBA.
Yes. Aware?
Yes.
CSP of the DC of is serving. And you're also aware that we'll be here for like 3 days. All these men, some of them live in all parts of the country. He flew from Australia 2 days ago with his family. So these dates were intentional, because I was in Owerri with you last week. Truly went to Anambra, we went to one other place. We were going with soldiers.
Yes.
When we passed Olu, I was scared. Right, even with the soldier.
Yes.
Because the soldiers were not laughing. If you see the soldiers, when we got to Olu, they parked, checked the cars, had to recock their gun, and their hands were now on trigger until we passed Banana Junction. They don't stop for local police. If you see the soldiers, Napa soldiers,
nobody will pass
our
it
club
to the-
paid 1 million naira back for 24th, 1 million naira for 25th, about 40 soldiers, about 10 trucks, military trucks to take us to another. So that by the So what I'm saying is that this executive council and extended retreat to our stars members, we might draw up a resolution assuming after this retreat, because by Tuesday everybody here has come back to the station. I want to now go meet our brother that is in Imo State Command Headquarters, that we want to set up a community police or community security, because actually where we come from, crime is less. Even in Kedu, largely, it's also peaceful in Imo State. So when we go home now, my president is flying in about 4 days time to Imo State. I guess he intends to go and meet our member in DC, serving DC, that he wants to set up PCRC or community policing, UZOAGBA, as a community. So what does he take to him? That's the question I want to ask. And where do you come in as a consultant?
Thank you, Tifo. You know, the essence of all will implement the rhetorics or the papers. I just say like paper. So, like I said, before I started my presentation, I said I am ready even to go in medicine, because I am passionate about PCRC. I am ready to go in medicine with you to the command. So whatever it takes, we will get the information from the state command and set up the PCRC and put people in charge to manage it. What you are doing, what you have done, it may not just be the PCRC, but we will use PCRC to achieve it. We need vigilante. If there is no vigilante group in the community and UZOAGBA stars want to introduce one, this is the right time to do that. And you do it in partnership with PCRC. Because police will respond to you quickly when you come through the PCRC. Because PCRC is not a new organization to the police. They already know it. They just want it everywhere. They know the importance of PCRC and the role the PCRC play. Now you now attach vigilante to it. So it's something that is doable, can achieve that.
My name is UZOAGBA, the treasurer of stars. I want to know, if you want to be a member of the PCRC, is there any age limit?
No age limit. No age limit. As long as you are agile, we have 18 years road level.
From your experience, if eventually we succeed in setting up a vigilante group in UZOAGBA, and incidentally, during the course of the actions, some criminals may be neutralized, and the police comes in normally, what is there any negative effect or implication of such to the organization?
Okay, that's a very, very critical and important questions. So we will take the setting up of the vigilante PCRC one step at a time. If in the course of the vigilante group doing their job and criminals come to attack the community and they neutralize them, there must be evidence. It behoves on the security outfit or guards to have evidence that 1, they are criminals, 2, they are armed. So we wouldn't just go and set up a security outfit and not train them or tell them the do's and the don'ts. Do you understand? And that's why, first and foremost, before we even give them gun, there must be license so that the law is not in any way violated. So if they're able to overpower them, even if they use extra force, unseen forces, as long as there is no record of that force or extra weapons, there's no problem. So when they come, police come, you present your local game gun that they are using. They came to attack us. These are their AK-47. The technology has made everything easy for us now. Everybody has a phone. So as you are doing anything, you see even policemen, when they neutralize people, they video them. You see them video them and make commentaries. They are doing those things for their own safety.
Yes.
In case somebody is coming to say, come and answer questions, there is video evidence that these people actually came to attack us. And you, of course, interview people, the community people that, oh, actually, these are criminals. So there is nothing to worry about. And however, we also know that people go out of their way to also cause havoc because of the influence they have. So somebody cannot carry a gun and go and harass somebody else who is innocent, who has nothing, and say he's a criminal. You must prove it that the person is a criminal. It is when that is done that they maybe kill or maim an innocent person in court. That is where the people who commission them will have to account for them. And how do you account for them? As when they are not, if they are not captured. Hence they are captured. As association is not liable in any way. It is when those people are not captured to face the law, that is when the association, the law will now ask who brought them in, where are the sureties, and of course before we bring in people to give them, because there must be reliable sureties that we can guarantee on their conduct. Thank you.
CSP, thank you so much for the insights and the questions and the answers. At this point, I already told you that you have a very short time because Madam will be giving us lecture. So, on behalf of Mr. President, we want to immensely thank you. Thank you, sir. What you brought to us, we already have your contact. We'll keep partnering with you. Most of us here are captains of industries. Training is not only for a social club, it's also for a management, a community, an organization. So thank you so much. We are going to draw this session to a close. We'll continue. I'll get back to you. So, Mr. President.
That's fine, but
is that a soft copy? Can we get a soft copy?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody soft copy?
Okay, soft copy.
Soft copy.
We have your email addresses. Just send it.
Okay, that's fine. We can pass it around.
I send it to one person.
Yeah, would you question that to you?
I send it to you. Then you
Send that to Secretary. So let's go for our break. We'll come 5:30 for our lecture.
We're fast.